All right, so I replaced this like 3 years ago, and I just had it sitting around. I don't know why, because I'm a hoarder retardo. All right, so we'll show what cracks, what actually cracks. I'm going to assume this happens to all of them. It's not that the plastic cracks. I'll show the damage that mine had when I took it off. All right. So you flip it over, and what you're going to get, I'll just go. You have fluid coming through here. You have fluid coming through here. I think. Or no. No, you don't. You have it just this one. This one. So that is going to be back left. That's where people say it cracks. Well, it's not cracking up here, and I'll show you what's going on. So you have fluid go through here. You have to go through the front and the left, and this is what happens. Observe, because mine was leaking up front, and actually both sides had the issue, but only one of them it was actually leaking. So as you see, this is what cracks. This chips off, and then you see your seal here. This is the side mine was leaking on, and that's probably why, because this rubber seal eventually tore. See how you got a seal there? And then on this side, this one is also torn. I mean, cracked, but the seal, but the seal was still holding. You see there? So that's what happens on these Ford intakes. It's not that the physical thing cracks, it's just that over at the seal, this wears and breaks away like that. So in theory, I mean, if you wanted to cut, if you didn't want to buy a new one, because you just don't have the money, you could probably RTV this whole area. And, well, you should see there's supposed to be a seal, this metal to here, so you'd RTV there, maybe get a seal. But, you know, if you don't have the money, you could probably RTV this all up and put it back on and RTV it down, and you'd probably be good for a while. Taking these off is simple, very simple. I mean, of course, I'm not going to show this because I already have it off. But when you replace it, make sure you keep, there's going to be a foam thing that covers this. Make sure you keep your original, no matter how destroyed it is, because it's protecting the heat from the engine. But these are pretty simple. You just got to pull. I didn't even replace the O-rings on my injectors. I just pulled them up and they looked fine. I had new ones, but they looked fine, so I didn't do anything. But basically, you're just loosening. You're loosening the two racks. I think you loosen the two racks, pull up the injectors, and I think I just folded it this way or I folded it that way. I forget which way I folded it, but it was very simple to replace this. And this is going to be back. Yeah, so you got fluid coming in here, and it's not that this stem cracks. I mean, I guess it's possible. It's that this chips away, wears, like you see here. And so in a pinch, you know, that's repairable. Not everything in this world needs to be replaced new. If you don't have the money, you just RTV it. And there you go. This is a 2L31 RF12. I mean, back when I did this, it was my only car, so I was in a rush, and I got the stupid Dorman when I should have went and bought the PI one, where this is more easier airflow and increased horsepower. How much horsepower, I don't know, but it's increased horsepower. That's all you need to know, bro. 10, 15. Just keep throwing numbers up there until you're up to like 400 horse from NA. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so there you go. Further inspection. I should have did this on the other video, where I was showing that the plastic cracks. and then it starts leaking out. This one, you don't really see any leaking. I mean, you might think you do, but you don't. And this is a rubber seal that's going all around here. That's built into the thing. I don't think you can buy that. I'm not sure. This, I said, was the side mine was leaking on, which is the passenger side. Normal people have this side leaking, and that's going to be cracking underneath there, so it'll leak, probably leak over here somewhere. Let's see, mine, the plastic cracked here, so it was leaking past this, and you could see there's flow. I wiped some of it off. There's flow over here. That's what was leaking out. I wiped some of it off. See that? That's the sediment of it right there. Where this isn't really that. That might have been like a, where's that? That's the fill. That's the fill. Oh yeah, I did have occasionally some leaking coming out of here, but it wasn't noticeable. Like occasionally you would cut some out, where this was just, you know, gradually pouring out. So this one had failed a long time ago. It just wasn't leaking all that much. So I do remember that. You can't see it because of the way this is. Well, you can see here. See, all right, now you can see this better because I can wipe it off. You could see it was distinctly leaking. This is there. That's where the crack was. It was coming through that and coming up and leaking out this side. Where this was just an occasional, I never even knew it. I never smelled it. And so if you never smell it, it's not leaking enough. Maybe like a drop and then just vanished. Where this was visibly coming out. And again, it wasn't pouring out, but it was coming out enough where you would see it was wet. But that's the failure. Back here, when if it cracks, it's just going to come out. Although it's harder. These walls are a bit thicker back here. I wonder how it does disintegrate in the back for everybody. Unless they actually are breaking off their post. But look how robust that is. This is the stock one. You can't exactly break that off. I don't know how you get failures back in this area, because this is pretty damn thick. That's interesting. I don't know how you're going to get a failure back here, because this is thick. This is all thick. Where over here you have plastic and then a grommet type of thing. You can see on this side there's plastic. It's like a plastic insert or something, and then there's a rubber thing going all the way around. And that's this rubber seal going all the way around. Oh, because you just pull it up, right? Just do that. Oh, now you can see it clearly. So you see what happens. I mean, if you don't have the money, you could definitely fix that. Friggin' RTV the hell of it. So this whole side is missing. Yeah, you freaking ant. And no, it was missing. See, I didn't even notice that was missing on the other side. And this is where the metal goes down, right? Yeah, the metal comes down on here. Oh no, the metal is on the other side. Or am I being retarded? No, it's this side. What? Oh, it's going. Oh, it is. So it is this side. So yeah, you definitely have to take this off to get to these screws. But look at that. You could definitely fix that with RTV if you didn't want to spend the 200 or whatever for one of these. You could definitely RTV seal that. That just seems so stupid. Yeah, you wouldn't even have to worry about anything, because that's where mine was leaking. It was leaking metal to plastic up here, not below. All right, then.
What?
Touch the ground. I know. I want to watch you fall.
Oh, I did it.
Oh, look at that. Oh, is that the doggy paddle? Like
No,
a
you're
new
trying to
move?
do it.
What? No.
Do it.
No.
Do it. Do
Oops. Ow.
it.
I'm barefoot though. I did it there.
Sure, do it again.
No.